Welcome to Mindful Mountains Open Meditation. This is a monthly offering, and tonight we're going to practice an introduction to QiGong and then do a sound mindfulness practice and finish with a few minutes of simple meditation. So, Mindful Mountain offers mindfulness and meditation instruction, sharing of techniques. And they are very harmonious to one another, mindfulness and meditation, although different. When I meditate, I'm deliberately sitting down to practice meditation. I'm going to meditate now. Mindfulness is more of a practice that can be done anytime, anywhere, doing anything. Mindfulness is a certain way of paying attention to the present moment without the need to label it. So there's no need to change what's happening in the present moment. Mindfulness is just being aware of the present moment, giving the moment your full attention. And it opens up so many new avenues of awareness when we do that. And it's just this subtle shift in the way we're paying attention. So practicing mindfulness can be done walking, eating. You can mindfully meditate, driving, doing the dishes, chores. Anything that you're doing will be done with more ease if done mindfully. Something that I would tell my kids is just do what you're doing while you're doing it. Give your task your focus, and it will be done to the best that it can be done. Well, that's mindfulness. There's no special techniques or anything. It's the way you're attending to it. But a great introduction to practice that way of attending is through movement, because mindfulness really brings us into our bodies. The best way to develop your mindfulness practice is to attend to your body. And a great way to do that is through movement. So like walking practices, this evening we'll do a brief introduction to QiGong as our mindful movement practice. So I'm going to move my chair and come to standing. I have to adjust the camera a bit. Okay, this works. So I can't see my feet, but we're going to stand tall with feet, toes pointed forward, about hip width apart. I'm just standing like I would normally stand. I want to sort of spread my toes so that most of my foot is making contact with the ground. And I'm going to soften my knees just a little bit. I don't want locked knees, soft knees. So my knees are bent just a little bit. And with a couple of deep breaths, I'm going to imagine being grounded. Literally, a way to imagine that is to picture that my feet have roots down into the earth. My breathing is going to be in the belly. When I inhale, the lower abdomen expands. Exhale, it pulls back to the spine. So there's nobody watching you. Let your belly be free. Inhale and expand it. Exhale, it goes back to the spine. So just a few of those breaths. Now, I'm going to give my armpits some space. I'm going to round my arms. They're hanging by my sides, but rounded. So there's space here. Fingertips are pointed at the ground. And I'm just going to imagine tracing a spiral with my middle fingers as if I were drawing in sand. So these circles are going to be in the direction toward your body. So my left hand is clockwise, my right hand is counter. So the circles are coming toward my body. And I'm drawing spirals in the sand with my middle finger. My belly is expanding when I inhale, contracting when I exhale. Something else to occupy our mind. Shifting weight from our heels to the balls of our feet. Feet are staying on the ground, so I'm not lifting my toes or heels. I'm just shifting weight. So I'm breathing, I'm shifting weight, and I'm spiraling. This is our ready position. Now I can let go of the weight shifting, just stand centered on my feet. And we can let go of the spiraling and keep your arms rounded. Now we'll use our breath, and as we inhale, raise our arms to about navel height. Still rounded. Now as we inhale, as our belly is expanding, imagine it pushing the air or the space between your hands out. Our breath is expanding beyond our skin. And as we exhale, it deflates. Practice that breath. Inhale and opening. Exhale and contracting. You'll see my fingertips coming almost to touching, but not quite. This is empty force. This is empty space, but there's force. The space is not really empty. It's filled with energy. I'm wrapped around a tree trunk or a beach ball, staying rounded with space. Soft knees. A couple more breaths here, expanding. Let this inhale open. And exhale, arms back down. Let's return to the spiral method. Let's also return to the weight shifting. Balls, heels. Come to standing still. Release your arms. Left hand on the navel, right hand cover that. A few just circles around the navel. And that completes our practice. So it sure doesn't look very active or that we're exerting ourselves particularly, but I tell you what, I feel the muscles in my feet working to remain balanced and grounded. I definitely feel my upper arms, my deltoids, from holding the roundness. And it's not very often that I give that sort of mindful attention to every breath coming from the belly in that manner of expanding and contracting. So that is another sort of physical exertion in itself, and just breathing. So it is very dynamic and very active and very energizing. So Qi or QiGong, is the art of building Qi. What is Qi? Qi is energy. Qi is the energy that everything is made from and that surrounds everything. It is not empty air. It is potential energy. It is Qi. It is life force. It is energy potentiate. It is there. It is the electromagnetics that the earth is made of. We are tapping into that force deliberately because we can, because we're made of it. And so by giving focus on Qi, it can become more familiar to us. And moving through the air begins to feel like moving through water, that there is some resistance in the space between space. That when we're expanding and contracting that way, you feel repulsion almost. It's like, when you put magnets together and they repel. It's like there's something there, you can almost grab it. That's Qi. That is life force. And you can feel it, and you can move it, and you can build it. And QiGong is the practice of building it, becoming familiar with it, directing it. The teacher I learned from described QiGong as the foundation of many, many martial arts practices. And even Tai Chi is a Tai Chi practice would be enhanced by having a QiGong foundation. That QiGong will build the energy. Tai Chi is moving the energy. So check out QiGong if you like it. But as far as a mindful movement practice, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's subtle. It'll get you. So next, I will be ringing my Tibetan bowl, my sound bowl, 3 times. And this is a mindful exercise in listening. Not only listening to the sound of the bowl, but listening for when you no longer hear sound. Not the sound of the dog drinking. Apologize for her interruptions. Pets. So here's my Tibetan bowl. I'll strike it and make it sing and just listen. Listening to the vibrations of the sound and particularly listening for the cessation of sound. It's a little different way of paying attention. And this third time, follow the quiet inside. Go into meditation. Allowing eyes to close. Returning to breath. Awareness on inhaling and exhaling. To meditate is to center in stillness. We find our center at the top of the head, at your mindful mountain. Finding stillness begins with allowing yourself to find stillness. Mental visualization can help. Picture a miniature version of your body sitting on top of your head so that you are the onlooker from above. And utilizing a mantra is also an effective tool, more so when coordinated with breath. So when we inhale, we just mentally repeat, I am. Exhale, at ease, or relaxed, or peaceful. One that you like, and stick with one. I am at ease. This is simple meditation. And thoughts will arise. That's our brain's job. We just let the thought fall and resist engaging into that thought. The grocery list can wait. Back to our center, back to our mantra. I am at ease. Notice your heart rate may have slowed. Your breathing comes more easily, more relaxed. Your shoulders have dropped away from your ears. A sense of heaviness in your chair, perhaps. Relaxed feeling. I am at ease. I find a stillness in the space between breaths. The exhale is lengthened. I'll pause before I inhale. And in the silence before I then exhale again. centered mantra breath. This is a wonderful opportunity to express your gratitudes, just quietly, mentally, and include yourself in what you're grateful for, and taking this time to make a connection with yourself. Tonight I'm grateful for my breath. It's the most effective guide I have. To come out of meditation, we bring our attention from the top of the head down to the space between the eyes, the bridge of the nose. This will prevent us from feeling spaced out, grounded and rooted in our body. Gently stretch, rub your eyes, come out of meditation. Feeling relaxed and quiet, peaceful. I'm so glad you could join me. Thank you. And until next time.